Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. So let me ask you a question. Would you ever move to a place where you didn't speak the language? There was no community for you to assimilate in that had similar ideas or anything like that, that you could even, like I said, communicate with. There practically weren't any jobs. There wasn't any available housing. Would you move there? Probably not. Okay. It's kind of interesting here over the last couple of months, if not at least really interesting over the last couple of days. All these buses and everything like that going to Chicago, and Lori Lightfoot pushing them out instantly with the illegals coming, pushing them out and sending them out to Burr Ridge. Okay, left a Democrat city, went to a Republican suburb of Chicago. Or Martha's Vineyard, send a plane full of 50 people into Martha's Vineyard. Within 24 hours, the people on Martha's Vineyard had them kicked out, sent to a military base, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. At least I'd say in Chicago, there's Hispanic neighborhoods. There's people that speak Spanish. People might be able to assimilate in there. Burr Ridge, probably not so much. Can't say, haven't lived in Chicago in 20 years. Interesting bit of information I found last night. Apparently, last week, there was a busload of illegals dropped off in Claiborne County, Tennessee, which is literally half an hour north of me. Okay, it's the town I go to do my grocery shopping if I have to go to Walmart. Yeah, I mean, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I can go to Maynardville, I can go to Tazewell. Those are the two towns. Tazewell's just a little bit, there's a little more stores there. But there was a bus of illegals dropped off in Tazewell. Now, I want to give you a little bit of the demographics of Claiborne County. Claiborne County has a population of 37,000 people. Okay, that's it. It's not exactly a hopping metropolis. All right. The population of people who are Hispanic or of Latino descent is 1.6%. The white population is 95.9. Okay, yeah. Welcome to East Tennessee, guys. Okay. I mean, the Hispanic population is greater than the black population. The black population is 1.2%. Yes, this area is a bunch of hillbillies. And proud of it. Okay, this is it. I mean, a lot of the places in this town have been owned for generations and generations and generations. Okay, in the area. You go drive down the main road through, and I mean, it literally looks like that you're driving through the 1950s with the businesses there. Sure, there's the Walgreens and there's a Walmart and there's a McDonald's and stuff like that. But there's also all the little old cottages that are businesses and things like that. It looks like you're going into Mayberry. Next to nobody speaks Spanish. Okay. The income, if you will, the median income in Claiborne County is a little over $22,000 a year. Okay. In the last election, on voting, this was kind of interesting. I got to go back to that page here real quick. There we go. Lots of stats to look up. 81.9% of the population voted for Trump. Okay. I'm not thinking this was Greg Abbott or Ron Desantis or Doug Ducey that sent a busload of illegals into the middle of nowhere mountains of Tennessee and said, here you go. Yet, apparently these migrants are clustering around Goodwill because there's nowhere else to go. I mean, There's a couple of motels, and I mean, these look like motels right out of the 1950s. Okay. There isn't a Holiday Inn. There isn't a Motel 6. There isn't anything like that. There's, I believe, one, maybe two apartment complexes that have like 8 apartments in them. Okay. Some mobile home parks, trailer parks. And there's a bunch of houses that are on 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 acres that have probably been in the family for generations. So how did these people get here? I don't know. Could it be, as Gavin Newsom put, they were kidnapped? Well, I don't know, maybe that was it. But who's sending these people here? It's kind of interesting when you have all the hullabaloo about Desantis and Abbott sending all the illegals to New York, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Boston, whatever it would be. And oh my God, this is crimes against humanity, we've heard. I mean, that was hilarious. Okay. But it was perfectly okay for the Democrats to do this under the cover of darkness without even telling the places that they were coming. You know, they were just landing planes full of them. I mean, Chattanooga was a perfect example. Planes were coming in the middle of the night when airports were closed. And they were landing planes in full of immigrants and hustling them out of there and then putting them on buses to Nashville, to Georgia, to whatever would be. Yet, Ron DeSantis is kidnapping, according to Gavin Newsom. It's a crime against humanity. Hell, if they're going to start calling this human trafficking, which other people have said, I mean, New York, Eric Adams, piece of shit he is, Eric Adams wants to sue the state of Florida and the state of Texas, and his lawyers are looking into everything to sue the states because what they're doing is highly illegal. Still trying to figure out what law has been violated, okay? And gee, if a law has been violated to send people to New York, what's the difference between Chattanooga or any of these other states? You know, face it, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If you want to go after DeSantis and Abbott, I want to go after Mayorkas, Biden, the whole 9 yards there. Because if you want to talk about coyotes, the biggest coyotes in the country right now are Joe Biden and Secretary Mayorkas. I mean, this is it. Guys, do not think you are safe where you are. I live in the middle of freaking nowhere. We're down in Knoxville this weekend. Went into the store and lady says, "Oh, are you a club member?" You know, typical, every store wants you to get a club card. I'm like, no, we don't live here. So where do you live? Sharps Chapel. Where's that? I'm an hour tops away from Knoxville. You go into Knoxville, nobody knows where this town is. Okay? There's no reason for people to come up here. It's the middle of freaking nowhere. And now all of a sudden we're dropping off illegals here because, hey, they can start a new life there? How? There's no place to live. There's no jobs for them. Okay? And even if there are help wanted signs, I'm going to bet you around here, as 81.9% of the people voted for Trump, E-Verify is a big thing. We don't hire illegals around here, I would think. Not saying I got any proof on that, okay? There's probably some dirtbag companies that do. But how are they going to talk to anybody? There's no employees that speak Spanish. Why are you sending them here? Oh, I don't know. To infiltrate the South? Could be. Okay. Carrying a gun just got a little bit more important, even more important to the people in this area. Because we've all seen, every single one of us, in the news, every day. There was a story I picked up this morning. I mean, mind you, it's 5:45 in the morning, and I've already found it, about an illegal who killed a sheriff's deputy. Heard a story yesterday about a illegal who killed a woman on the side of the road. Ran her over. Got a mile away and wrapped the car around a telephone pole. Okay. Please tell me if anybody has one positive story that all this illegal immigration has contributed to the United States so far. Have any of them turned in a cartel member, given us information on how to stop the drug war, told us who the coyotes are and where we could find them? You have information like that, I might be willing to listen to you about giving you status in the States. You're helping the country. No, all we see is death and destruction in their wake. Guys, if it's coming here, the middle of freaking nowhere, Tennessee, you can guarantee it's showing up in your backyard very soon. Pinball out.